Hey, it's Ruby. It's been ages since I last filmed a video. Sorry for the poor lighting, it's quite late. A while ago Zoe made a video, and if you don't know who Zoe is, it's Zoella, about her anxiety and about going to CBT for it. And a lot of people didn't actually know what CBT was. I'm in the process of starting CBT, so I thought I'd make a few videos telling you what it was, telling you my experiences with it, and kind of go along with a few videos and tell people what it's like, because I'm going into this not really knowing much about it. I'm in the same position as a lot of people out there who are stepping into it with no idea what's going on. To people wanting to know, CBT is cognitive behavioural therapy, and it's an alternative therapy which is, rather than sitting down and talking about your issues or your problems that you need to face, it's actually getting up and facing them and changing the way you perceive a situation so you can go into something and do it as a normal person would. I have GAD, which is general anxiety disorder. So I have phobias, panic attacks, and just general life worries me. And that is why I'm going to CBT. It's very common for CBT because it's a good way to kind of overcome your fears. But it's also for a lot of mental health issues. It's not just anxiety, but that's just the one that I am going for, so that's the one I know most about. I went to my GP about my anxiety and he gave me a leaflet for Lyft. So I gave them a ring and I got set up with 2 starting sessions. In my first session, I basically got told what CBT was about, what different courses they offer, and they were checking if I qualified for CBT or not. And basically you just had to fill out a form of how you were feeling that week, of the different things that make you anxious, like social situations, if it was affecting your work, if you're getting any support, if you're on any medication, things like that, just general things that they need to know before they start. And in the first session I talked a lot about what I wanted to achieve and what I wanted to get out of that, because if you want to go and start CBT and have one-to-ones, it's very unlikely that you will be seen unless you have an outcome, because the waiting list is long and they need to know that you're going to come out with something by the end of it. Then the person I was speaking to about CBT showed me a few websites to help with my anxiety just while I was going through the process, because it's a very long time and these were just my introduction sessions. These weren't the CBT, these are literally the first stage I've gone to. Then the week after that it was a bit similar, where it just talked about CBT and this was more goal based. We talked previously a bit about my goals, but this was very much what I wanted to do, if I knew how to get there, and if I was ready to start CBT, because CBT is very intense and it's a very hands-on form of therapy. Hopefully soon I will be starting one-to-one sessions. I chose one-to-one because I personally feel like I'm more confident when I'm just me and a counsellor. They do offer group therapies, but I'm not very confident in a group, so I wanted to have a one-to-one experience. The waiting list is longer, but I think I'm in a position to wait to have those one-to-one sessions because I really don't feel comfortable in a group. This is the first time I've really publicly addressed my mental health. A lot of my friends don't actually know that I have GAD, which makes life quite complicated if I'm in a certain situation and have a panic attack that they don't know. Panic attacks aren't really seen like an issue. Sometimes I can't even go into school because a certain situation is stressing me out so much that I just can't face the day, and I have to take sick days and I have to tell people that I'm ill when I'm not. I just had a bad bout of anxiety, and it's completely justifiable, and it's the same thing as being ill, but I can't tell people because I don't feel like it's justifiable enough. I didn't actually know that anxiety was a proper mental health issue until I saw Zoella's video on anxiety. It was the first time I'd ever seen her videos. I don't know how I came across it, I just stumbled across it on YouTube and I researched it and had a look, and this was about 5 years ago. So I've kind of had an idea that I've had anxiety disorder for a while. I've never gone to anyone about it, I've never had it diagnosed, I've just sort of dealt with it. I have had hypnotherapy before for my fear of flying. That worked partially, but I only had 2 sessions of that, and so I think if I continued on it would have worked better, but it was purely to get me on the plane. It needed to be quick and short term, which it worked. Unfortunately it didn't work on the way back, but I managed to get home and that was okay. But other than that, I haven't really had anything to help me. They didn't want to put me on any medication because that was a short term and they wanted me to have the long term, and that's when they told me about CBT, and they thought that would be the best course of action for me. This is talking a lot about my personal experience, and I am going to try and tell people what my experience is going through CBT, and hopefully I will make videos along the way and just let people know so they can ease into it, because I know that personally someone with anxiety going into a completely new and difficult therapy is very hard and very scary, so I'm hoping that with sharing my experiences it will help other people as well. I hope that was helpful, and I will be doing more videos like this about CBT and anxiety generally in the future. So if you want to share your own experiences, you can talk about it in the comments and I'll talk to you about it. And if you want me to talk about anything specific, or if you have any questions that you would like me to answer, I am happy to do so. Okay, thank you for watching.